All right, so for number 1, we're looking for the action words. All right, let's see. Maitland.
Made.
Made, okay. All right, so we write down made. What's another action word? Kira.
Sold.
Sold, okay. All right, there's one more that I want. You might have circled more, but there's one more that really, really, really applies to this problem. Olivia.
Working.
Working? No, not working. Carter? Gave.
Oh.
Good. All right, so on your paper for number 1, I want you to do these 3 words and I want you to underline them. Made, sold, and gave. Aaron, write down. Made, sold, and gave. And then write them down. Just like I've done it on the board. All right, now, look at the problem. What did he make?
60 cookies were made.
60 cookies. So underneath made, I want you to write 60 cookies. What did he sell? 2/3 of. So he sold 2/3 of cookies. What did he give?
3/4 of the remaining.
3/4 of remaining. What's the question?
How many?
Raise your hand. Vinny?
How many cookies did he have left?
If I write it on the board, you write it on your paper. How many cookies did she have left? If I write it on the board, you write it on your paper. Everybody's paper should look exactly like my work on the board. Alright guys, looking at what is on the board, can you find the answers? Based on the information on the board, am I able to find the answers to the problem?
Yes.
Yes. Now you don't need to worry about all those words in that word problem. We have picked out and laid out everything we need to solve it. So where am I going to start? Jake. Let's not raise our hand unless we're prepared to answer. Aiden. All right. Why do we need to find out how many cookies were sold first? Mayar. But why is it important to find out what is sold first before anything else? Kira. Okay, because in order for us to figure out how many cookies she has left, we have to figure out how many were sold and then how many were given away, because the given away part says of the remaining. All right, and the sold part just says of the cookies. So how many cookies did she make? 60. See? I've already pulled it out. That first verb, she made 60 cookies. So we have 60 cookies, and then we have 2/3 of that, 2/3 of 60. And what does of tell us to do?
Multiply.
multiply. So we're saying 2 times 60 over 3. Can 60 be divided by 3?
Yes.
All right, how many times can 60 be divided by 3?
20.
20 times. So this 60 becomes a 20, and then 2 times 20 is what?
40.
So we have 40 cookies sold. Notice that my work is nice and neat and organized. Okay? Zane, you have your hand up. What's up? So what am I going to do? How can I figure out how many cookies are remaining to then figure out how many she gave? Mia?
By subtracting 40 from 60.
Okay, very good. So I had 60 cookies, so this is 60 that she had, minus the 40 that she sold. Look at how I am labeling my subtraction problem. So if she had 60 and she sold 40, how many does she have remaining?
40.
Why am I using the word remaining here? Why did I bother putting that as a label? All right, Mia again.
Because it says that there's 3/4 of the remaining cookies.
All right, if it says 3/4 of remaining, and she has 20 remaining, then this 20 goes over here. So this is 3/4 of 20. All right, let's pause for a second because looking around I'm starting to see either some blank faces or some confusion. Do we have questions? Talia? Because we had to figure out how many were remaining, and remaining means left over. How many are left? Well, in order to figure out how many are left, you start with what you had, which is the 60 cookies, and subtract what was sold. Okay, so we had this total, we sold some, so we have to take that away from the total. And that's where we got the 20 that were remaining. Okay, now we're still not done with our problem, but that's where we got our 20. You understand that? Okay. Olivia? Because 40 isn't remaining. 40 is what was sold. Okay, so that's like you having $60 and you go to a store and you spend $40. Do you still have that $40? No, it's gone. So you have to show what you got rid of, or what you don't have anymore. So you subtract it from what you had, and now you've got $20 in your pocket. Does that make sense? Okay, Kara, you had your hand up. Do you have a question? Okay. All right, so we good? All right, so now we say 3/4 of 20. 3/4 of the remaining is what she gives away to her friends. So we have then 3 times 20 over 4. All right, can 20 be divided by 4?
Yes.
How many times can 4 be divided by 4? Now let me finish my question. All right, so 20 divided by 4 is 5, and 3 times 5 is what?
15.
So 15 represents what?
Her baby. How many she gave away?
Okay, so that was a whole bunch of answers, but 15 represents
How many she gave away?
how many she gave away. So 15 given away. All right, now My question, and I put it in a fun little bubble over here so I would make sure that I paid attention to it. My question says, how many cookies did she have left? It's not how many cookies did she sell, not how many cookies did she give away, not how many cookies did she have in the beginning, but how many cookies she had left. How can I figure out how many cookies she had left? Emma?
20 minus 15.
I take the 20 that I had minus the 15 that were given away. Notice my labeling. And I subtract, and 20 minus 15 is what?
5.
5 what?
Left. No. Left.
5 left. So then if we have our restatement, she has 5 cookies left over for her to eat. All right, for number 2, I want you to also find the verbs. Find the verbs in number 2. Circle them. All right, what's one of the first verbs that we see? Aiden. Okay. Sometimes we might think that that is a noun, but in this case, she is icing things, right? She's icing something. And so we're going to get to what she's icing in a minute. But what's another verb? Amber?
Spreads.
Spreads what?
Mint icing.
Okay, so the next one, very good, Amber, is spreads mint. Okay. What's another verb? What's another one? Jabria.
Remaining.
Mm.
Oh wait, wait.
Think about it. Cornelius?
Wrist?
No. Vinny?
Yeah.
Huh? No. Brian?
Wrist?
No. Jabria? What chocolate? What does she do with the chocolate?
The remaining of it.
What does she do with the chocolate?
Oh,
What understood, it's not written there, but what is understood that she does with the chocolate? Okay, what's another one word that means puts on the chocolate?
What? Put on the chocolate. Icing. Spread.
She spreads the chocolate. It's an understood word. If it says she spreads mint and then chocolate, she is spreading chocolate. So the next one is spreads chocolate. All right, now the next one might be a little bit harder to understand or to find, and it's kind of within the question itself. What is she next going to do? Ella.
How many cupcakes would have vanilla?
Okay, so what will she be doing with the vanilla?
Putting them on the rest of the cupcakes.
Okay, so then our last category is going to be spreads vanilla. All right, and we're gonna let's look at the question, and we're gonna make that one stand out. So somebody repeat the question for me, Talia.
How many cupcakes will have vanilla icing?
How many cupcakes will have vanilla icing? Alright, so let's go up to our categories here and fill in. What is she icing?
Cupcake.
30.
How many cupcakes?
30.
So she is icing 30 cupcakes. What is she doing with the mint? Mia.
She's spreading 1/5 on the cupcakes.
1/5 just on the cupcakes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so the mint is on 1/5 of the cupcakes. What about the chocolate? What's the chocolate on? Zane. 1/2 of the cupcakes?
What happened to the remaining?
Of the remaining. 1/2 of the remaining cupcakes.
Why is it important to say remaining? Is that an important word?
Yes.
Yes, it's hugely important. So the chocolate is 1/2 of remaining. So stinking important. Okay, so important. All right, what about the vanilla? What is she doing with the vanilla? Kira. The rest. So I'm just going to put the rest. The rest is vanilla. All right, now, do I have my important information?
Yes.
I have it all laid out. I don't have to worry about that mean old word problem.
No.
All right, so if she spreads mint on 1/5 of the cupcakes, how many cupcakes does she have?
30.
30. So you're saying 1/5 of 30. And 1/5 of 30 is the same thing as what?
1 times 30 over 5.
Excellent unison there. 1 times 30 over 5. Can I divide 30 by 5?
Yes.
30 by 5 is what?
6.
So how many cupcakes got mint icing?
6 cupcakes got mint.
And you can just do 6 mint because right now we're just answering small problems so that we can get to our final answer. All right, now I'm going to call on a couple of people that struggled with this part on the last problem. So Olivia, okay, I'm going to call on you for a second because it says she spreads chocolate on 1/2 of the remaining cupcakes. How could I figure out how many cupcakes are remaining? So think about it.
30.
Yes, okay, because she has 6 mint. So you want to figure out how many cupcakes haven't been iced yet. She has 30. She iced 6 of them with mint, so we have 30 cupcakes minus the 6 mint gives us how many cupcakes are left over?
24.
24, but I'm going to use the word remaining. Where can I now plug in that 24? Cornelius, with the word remaining. So 24 remaining, that means I'm going to plug in this 24 under the word remaining. And so we have 1/2 of 24. And how can I rewrite 1/2 of 24? Vinny?
1 times 24 over 2.
1 times 24 over 2. Now can 24 be divided by 2?
Yes.
What is 24 divided by 2? So then how many cupcakes got chocolate icing?
12 of the remaining. Wait, no.
Nope, just 12 cupcakes because you figured out that half of remaining, if 24 is remaining, then half of 24 is 12 got chocolate. Okay, we have one more category left, and it says she spreads vanilla on the rest. How can I find the rest? Cornelius. How can I find it? Not 12 from 6. Look at your work over here. She had 30 cupcakes. She iced 6 of them with mint icing. She had 24 remaining. And from that remaining, you figured out that she had 12 chocolate. So what are you going to do to find out what is still not iced?
24 subtract 12.
24 that were remaining minus the 12 that were chocolate. And 24 minus 12 is what?
12. I got that right.
What word can I use to describe this 12? I want to label this 12 here
I see.
just to plug it in. Olivia.
12 is vanilla.
Okay, it is going to be vanilla, but I want to use the word that's over here.
Oh, that one.
So 12,
Rest.
okay, and you can just do rest. Okay, 12 rest. And so then she spreads vanilla on 12 of them.
So we got our answer.
Mm-hmm. So the question says, how many cupcakes will have vanilla icing?
12.
All right, so to restate it, you would say 12 cupcakes have vanilla icing. All right, how are we feeling?
Good.
Crystal clear? I like that. All right, we're going to look at number 7, and this is done completely different from how we have just solved the first 2 problems. Okay, so it's rare that in our problem sets we'll go from one strategy to a completely different strategy, but this is definitely the case. And I don't even want you guys to underline the verbs here because they're really not going to do much good. Okay? I do want us to look at the problem, so let's just kind of read the problem to ourselves first. Or I'll read it, you guys follow along. Ahmed spent 1/3 of his money on a burrito and a water bottle. The burrito cost 2 times as much as the water. The burrito cost $4. How much money does Ahmed have left? Okay, please put your chair down, Aaron. All right, now, the only way, and I told you guys this at the beginning, that we can solve these problems is by modeling. Okay, so we are going to model what he spent. We're going to start slow. We have no idea how much money he had in the beginning, so we're going to draw a box, and this box is the money that he had. Aaron, you need to draw what I write on the board. All right, now looking at the first part of the problem, it says Ahmed spent 1/3 of his money on a burrito and a water bottle. So what am I going to divide this bar into? Olivia? 3. I'm going to divide it into thirds. So here I have it divided into thirds. 1/3 is the burrito and the water bottle. So this right here represents, this is 1/3, represents burrito and water. All right, the next sentence says, the burrito cost 2 times as much as the water. Okay, so I want you to think about that for 1 second. 2 times as much as means what? It means what? Yes, no, yes, no, yes. It's like an internal war within your brain here. That was Mia, by the way. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes. Zane. What? No, don't tell me what to do. I'm saying, what does 2 times as much as mean? Kira. Carter. Multiply. 2 times as much as is the same thing as saying 2 times more than. Okay? So 2 times more than means that I'm going to multiply. Now, if I have 2 times as much as, and the water bottle, let's say, represents 1, then how many columns would represent the burrito?
2.
Yeah. Okay. So if the water bottle is 1, then the burrito would be 2 of them. So this would be burrito, and this would be burrito, and this would be the water. Okay, for every 1 water, you have 2 sections of burrito because the burrito is 2 times as much as the water. Okay? All right, now, the rest of the problem says the burrito cost $4. So this isn't 2 burritos, this is just 2 sections. This right here is worth what?
$4.
$4.
We're smart.
So the burrito, the 1 burrito cost $4. If these 2 sections equal $4, so I'm going to write over here 2 sections equals $4. 1 section would equal what?
2.
Yes. If 2 sections equal $4, then 1 section equals $2. And look at the math with that. Let's double check that. If the burrito is 2 times more than the water, and the water is $2, what's 2 times 2?
4.
So does our math work?
Yes.
Okay? So then the water is $2. Okay, but be careful with thinking that we know the answer. Alright? So let's just see if we're thinking on the right track here. So I'm going to do a little guess here. I've got a couple of people that are raising their hands, and I bet they think they know the answer. Zane, what do you think the answer is? And you sitting there raising your hand saying you were ready. All right, Vinny.
I think the answer is 18.
Okay. Mayor, what do you think the answer is?
I think the answer is
I think the answer is 12. Kira, what do you think the answer is?
12.
Okay. Zane, what do you think the answer is? 12. Aiden, what do you think the answer is? 12. Olivia, what do you think the answer is? All right. Talia, what do you think the answer is? Okay. Cornelius?
12.
All right. So let's take a look at it. If this is 4 and this is 2 sections and this third section is 2, what is 4 plus 2?
6.
So for the burrito and the water bottle, he spent $6.
6. Wait, what?
The burrito cost $4. The water cost $2. So he spent $6. If 1/3 is equal to 6, that's the same thing as saying one section is equal to $6. But what we want to know, the question says, how much money
Is left.
okay? It says, how much money does he have left? How much money does he have left? If one section is 6, then this section is also
6.
and this section is also
6.
how much money does he have left? Vinny, if the question had said how much money did he have in the beginning, you would have been right.
I just got back to that.
All right. Good job, guys. Jake. All right, so we're starting with the model for number 5. We have an amount of money. This is Milan's money. We don't know what it is, but we know she's got some. Okay.
Can we just put money?
She puts 1/4 of her money in savings. 1/4 of it in savings. What do I have to do to my bar? Aiden, divide it by 4. And 1/4 of that is savings. One-fourth is savings. She uses half of the remaining money. Even though we're just talking about this remaining money here, we still have to divide the whole thing in half. And so she uses half of it to pay back her sister. So I'm going to put PB. Not peanut butter, it's payback. Glad I make you laugh, man. All right, the question now says, or the statement and question, if she has $15 left, how much did she have at first? Well, what does she have left? Where are my sections that represent what she has left? Jake.
If she has $15.
No. On my model, listen to what I'm asking. Look up here. Which of these sections on my model represent what is left? Brian?
The 3 blanks,
Yep, the 3 blanks. Right? Let's make it simple. Let's not overcomplicate things. We're looking at these boxes here that don't have anything in them. These are what is left. All right, so it says that these that are left are equal to $15. So how many sections are left?
3.
So if 3 sections equal $15, then 1 section equals what?
5.
5, 10, 15. 1 section equals, and you could say 1 section equals 15 divided by 3. And 15 divided by 3 is $5.
That's not it though.
Okay? So let's label our chart, our model here. This is $5. So if 1 section is 5, all of the sections are $5.
40.
All right? And we want to know how much Milan has. So Milan has $5 times 8 sections. And 5 times 8 is what?
40. So 40 is the answer.
40 is your answer.
Y'all said that was hard. That was easy.
Okay, I want it on the record. Students are saying that is easy, parents. All right, number 6. Parks is wearing several rubber bracelets. 1/3 of the bracelets are tie-dye. 1/6 are blue. And 1/3 of the remainder are camouflage. If Parks wears 2 camouflage bracelets, how many bracelets does he have on?
Oh, it's a he?
Okay. All right. We're going to again start with a blank model. These are his bracelets. All right, and we always start with that first fraction when we decide how to divide it up. So looking at the first fraction is what, Emma?
1/3.
1/3. 1/3. So that tells us to divide it into thirds. So 1/3 are tie-dye. 1/3 are tie-dye. All right. Then it says 1/6 are blue. What could I do to my model to show me 1/6? That was a good catch, man. What can I do to my model to show me 1/6? Mayar, let's see what she got. Huh? I can cut it in half. So if I cut my model in half,
That's 6.
what did it? It is 6, yes. This is 6 of them.
I thought you had to do 6 lines.
Why? Let's not get carried away. I just wanted to show 1/6. So one of these then can be blue. 1/6. This is 1/6 blue.
Oh, it's just one?
Just one of them. Because it's 1 out of 6. All right. Then it says 1/3 of the remainder. So look at these 3 sections that are remaining. If 1/3 of them are camouflage, how many sections are camo?
3 sections.
Let's pause. Let's not vomit out of our mouths here. Let's think about what I just asked. We have 3 sections, and 1/3 is camo. So how many sections are camo? Everybody hold it up with your finger. If 1/3 is camo, we're saying 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. So 1 section is camo. 1/3. 1 out of 3. We have 3 sections left. So 1 out of 3 is just 1/3. This is 1/3 of the remainder. Alright, so now the problem further says that if Parks wears 2 camo bracelets, so my 2, he wears 2 camo. This is camo right here, so then this is equal to 2. If this one section is equal to 2, then all of the sections are equal to what? 2. So this has 2, and this has 2, and this has 2, and 2, and 2. The question says, how many bracelets does he wear, or does he have on? Alright, so we're looking for the total for the whole chart is what? 2, 4, 6,
8, 10, 12.
How many tie-dye bracelets does he have on?
2.
Tie-dye, tie-dye.
Oh, it's in the same box?
Remember, this was 1/3. So this was one whole section, tie-dye, and then we split it in half. So there's 2 tie-dyes. So 2 and 4. Okay, that was just a little extension. There's 4 tie-dyes, 2 blue, 2 camo, and 4 that we don't know what.
Blue.
No, 4 is a mystery. We don't know. 2 is blue, 2 is camo, 4 is tie-dye, and then we have these 2 over here that don't have any labels at all. So they could be red or pink or purple or whatever.